Welcome, true believers, to Bad Wolf Comics. I'm your host, the Bad Wolf, and today we're going to do a brief overview and comparison of Dark Knights of Steel. Stick around, folks, it should be fun. Welcome back, true believers, to another Bad Wolf Comics overview and comparison episode. Today we're going to take a look at Dark Knights of Steel. As some of you viewers know, I'm a huge fan of the Elseworld series, and I'm a big fan of Tom Taylor. He did the Deceased books, and he did the Dark Knights of Steel, which are two of my all-time favorite Elseworld/alternate timeline stories. I really loved this book. The first one came out, and I was just a little bit interested, but by the time I was done, I could not get enough, and I was sad because it took like, 6 months to a year for the second book to come out for me to finish that story. And then finally they released a deluxe edition that had the whole thing in one book. So we went ahead and got that. I just wanted to do a brief comparison before I sold the other two, so you guys can see the extra stuff you got in the deluxe edition that wasn't in the original two books. But we are going to do a top-down view for the book, so I can do like a flip-through brief overview. I'm not going to get too much into the story. I want you guys to read it. I don't want to spoil anything. You might get a few minor spoilers with the flip-through, but I'm not going to talk too terribly much about the story. I want you guys to go ahead and read that because it's phenomenal. I promise it's a good story. You'll love it. But let's go ahead and get that top-down view, and we'll start doing some comparison between the two books. Don't go away. Here's our Dark Knights of Steel comparison. You can see the book is bigger. These are standard size books. The originals, the volume 1 and 2, they're just the size of a standard book. While this is the size of an omnibus, the height anyway. You can see here's Injustice next to it. It's just the same height. Now when we do the flip through, we're just going to go through this book here. I'm just going to use the volume 1 to do the comparison because these two books are the same. They have the same kind of pages and the same binding and all that stuff. So they're the same size. Everything looks good. But here's the first two volumes. Here's our spines. And here's our backs. I really like this shot. All right, now I'm going to take volume 2 aside here, and we're going to just take a look. And here's our deluxe edition cover. And they use that picture on the back for the spine pick. Love it. Dark Knights of Steel. And then here's our back. And I think at some point I will ask Roy to do a custom dust jacket for this. Honestly, I probably should have done it before this video so I could showcase it with the video, but we just wanted to get an overview and comparison of these books today, and I've asked him to do way too much in the last month already, so I don't want to overwhelm him with extra stuff that just would be nice but isn't necessarily needed. So with these are matte pages, which isn't bad for the color. You know, good stuff. And probably easier on reading, just because it's a smaller book. Smaller books are easier to pick up and read and take with you. I tend to not do that anymore. I used to take my books with me to work while I was driving in case I had downtime. But then I had one book, in fact it was one of my Game of Thrones books, because they had a white cover. Like the hardcover was white, and it got dirty and banged up really fast. But let's take a look under the book here, just so you can see the actual hardcovers. Here's our flaps for the first book. Nice stuff. And then here's our actual, we got like a cross cover here. Nice stuff, man. Great shot. Yeah, I'm a big fan of fantasy and medieval stuff, so when they released these, it was just a no-brainer for me, and I love it. I love every bit of it. I wish they would do more. I wish the story had gone longer, because it was so good. I enjoyed it immensely. We already did the back of this book, but I still want you to see the hardcover and the flaps and all that. Here's our hardcover. Great shot. Love it. And then, of course, our flaps. Now, if you're looking for just the story, I'm not sure if these are even, you might still be able to get these. I don't think they sold out or anything. But I'm not 100% on that. Don't take my word for it. But if you really want the smaller editions, you can probably still pick them up. If not, though, personally, I prefer the deluxe edition. It's got the entire story in one book. You don't have to worry about switching over halfway through or anything like that. The entire story's here. But yes, these are matte pages. You know, it's just a small little book. And that's it for the two smaller ones. Now here's the whole thing, the deluxe edition. And I really like the cover they did, but I think I found a couple others that I would like even more. And I'll get together with Roy on that later in the year and we'll take a look at that. Definitely want to put some collected covers in the back here, just to kind of fill that out. And also white spine. Don't like the white spines. I'm honestly probably going to keep that spine pick because I really like it. But we'll find something. Let's get the dust jacket off here. And for the flaps on this one, it was really just a creator bio and a little description here. And here's our cover. Love that shot. And I like this, the coloring at least, of the lettering, I like a little better. Just makes it pop a little more. And here's our back, which is basically the, you know, spine cover of this. Really good. Now these are a lot nicer pages. These are high gloss pages. They're thicker than the other ones, which makes for an easier turn. Here's your introduction by Tom Taylor. And they just do a great way of putting all these characters in this new setting, this fantasy, you know, knights and dragons setting, and I'm here for it. This is one of those things that I wish they had done like an expanded universe and kept doing these, because this story was so good. I mean, we could have done an entire omnibus on this, man, and they just kind of ended it. That's not to say they probably couldn't come back and do like a Tales of the Dark Knights of Steel or something like that, but I don't think that's something that's going to happen. That's just wishful thinking on my part. Some great shots here. And once we get in the back here, I went through both books and I went through this to see what was actually different. And there's a few things. Most of it's there in the originals, but not all of it. Now here we come in our variant gallery. And like I said, most of these are in the original two books. Not all of them. In fact, we'll get up to a couple of them here and I'll show you which ones. Such a great shot. I kind of like the purple better than the green. But a lot of great choices for new covers when I go ahead and come back and do this. So I'll be interested to see what we actually pick. I think I've already got one picked out, but I'm not going to spoil that here. See, Batman is literally a Dark Knight, and I love that. He's got a sword, he's got armor, it's amazing. This one, starting here, every other page here has one that's not in the two. This one is not in the two. This one is not. Nor this one. See, it's every other page. And that one. And that one. Yeah, the rest of these are in there, but those are the differences of what's collected that's in this, that's not in the other ones. Everything else is here, except some of the sketchbook. In the sketchbook, it focused on like 4 or 5 specific characters, whereas this one really shows the whole thing. Like it showed Batman and Superman and things like that, and it showed Bane. But it didn't show all of them like this one does. And I really wish they had done a Damian Wayne thing in here, but I get it. It's different. Batman wasn't supposed to have a son at that point, so. But Damian Wayne's my favorite Robin, because we all know Damian Wayne's the best Robin. Hate me in the comments. But yeah, all of this extra stuff was put in this sketchbook that was not in the original. And that is our overview. And that's it for our overview and comparison of the Dark Knights of Steel. As always, I get most of my books from Panelbound Comics. For those of you that shop at Panelbound Comics, don't forget to use the code BADWOLF during checkout for $2 off your order. And if you just can't get enough and you want a great place to talk comics, come see us at the Badwolf Comics Facebook group. I can also be found lurking in the pages of the Omnibuds Cafe. It's a great place to talk to like-minded folks about collected editions. They've also got a great buy and sell section. I found many a book there that I wouldn't have normally bought because eBay has inflated prices. While you're there, you'll find some good people with some great conversations. If you got questions about books, people are always happy to give their opinion. Check them out, you won't be sorry. But stick around, true believers. Badwolf Comics has more in store. Next week, we're going to do our Scooby Apocalypse overview and custom dust jacket. And then on Halloween, we're going to do our big deceased overview. We're going to do a comparison of the original books, the deluxe edition, and the omnibus. And I've got a special custom dust jacket just for this omnibus. I promise, folks, you're not going to want to miss it. Until then, I am the Bad Wolf. This is Badwolf Comics. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.
Ha 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 ha!